Hello, my crafty friends. This is Lori Girl on the Ridge. Um, I have been up since 4 o'clock this morning, chit-chatting with Denise from England. Hi, Denise. And I figured I'd just get up and finish this journal and make a video. So, this is Ricky and Sammy. It comes with a homemade bag that I made out of craft paper, Mod Podge, and ruffles from coffee filters. This is Ricky. She had answered an ad to be a nanny to a young lady whose name is Sami. And this is a traveler's notebook style. This is little Samantha, Sami for short. 8 3/4 by 4. It has just some cardstock paper, vintage lace. There's Sami. This is Sami Rose. This is a piece of a dress, and just some vintage or seam binding, some paper, and flowers. My gloves this time came from, I forgot, I had boxes of these. We used to do a lot of Civil War reenactments, and my husband was once in politics, and we used to go to a lot of balls, so I have all these fancy gloves, so I'm getting into character. So, Ricky answered an ad to be Sami's governess. Now, poor Ricky, Ricky, her mom died at childbirth, so she was brought up by a father that named her a manly man because they wanted a boy. And the same as with Sami. She has Captain James as her dad, and he's just heartbroken, and he always gives Sami what she wants, but never what she needs, and that's love. And she definitely needs a mother. So it's little Sami. She has a cat, and then she likes to read. So these are little ephemera books. And all the paper's been coffee dyed, and this is a little outhouse that is out in the back of the fields, and she teases Ricky all the time that, she has to use the outhouse, which is not true because they have indoor plumbing, kind of. And there's just some pretty ephemera with a little hat. And this is part of Sami's baby blanket that they saved for her first governess, with some of her beads from her mama. So that's baby blanket. And there's little Sami. And that just flips over. And some school paper, because when Ricky gets there, she realizes Sami is a spoiled brat. So she plays a lot of tricks on Ricky. And there's some book pages. She likes to read to her. There's about 96 pages in this. And this is the little cottage. It's like a guest cottage in the back. That's where Ricky stayed at first, but then she moved to the big house. As she started falling in love with Captain James, and her. This was a timepiece that Captain James would always give to Sami and tell her when he would be back, so she wanted to keep that. And as he's seen the two together, he started realizing how important it is to show affection. And there's some letters that Ricky would send home. And this key, when Ricky first got there, Samantha would lock her out of her room, so they want to be reminded of the key to keep it close at hand. And it just flips open. And again, this is more of her blanket. And there's little Sami. And there's just a little note. And here's the butterfly. And here you can see, in my mind, this is little Sami and Ricky. They're out collecting, being taught, about the flowers and stuff. But that's with the butterflies. And there's some writing paper. And these are some receipts Ricky keeps that she has to hand into the captain, that she is so in love with. She was mad at it first, but you know how that turns out. Now this is a piece of Ricky's mom's wedding dress that she had always had, and she gave it to Sami for good luck. And that just flips up. And just a little pretty piece of doily. And a butterfly tag with a little glassine bag. A little paper. These are the pockets I made with book pages. Kind of crafty Irina and Patricia. I was watching both videos that day. And just a bunch of receipts, again, that Ricky would have to give to the captain. And more of the baby blanket. Now this page, Samantha would get very upset that she really didn't know her mom and she really misses her. So Ricky had told her every time she sees the butterfly, that's her mama saying hi to her. And every time she smells roses, that's her mama hugging her. So that was a lot of her teachings. You'll see a lot of roses. And this is just another coffee filter pocket that I made. In the roses of her mama's hug. And that kind of went for Ricky too, because she lost out on being raised by her mama. So can you tell I miss my mother? Along with many of us. Anyway, this is again the roses and the butterflies. And the flowers. And little notes. And a little hat, and it's another part of her blanket. And just some tags, another watch, fob. And some more receipts. They went into town a lot, so the captain's got a lot to pay for. And more of Ricky's mama's wedding dress. Here is a dress she made for Sammy with roses, so she would always feel her mama's hug, and a hair piece, and then just a little bag you can stick things in with a little hanger. These I just found on Amazon. Aren't those beautiful? I just googled flowered bags, and these came up. And then they're just some pretty, or just some tag and Sami rose ephemera. So it's just a little glass, not even a glassine, paper bag. But that was pretty. Now this is Ricky's boot with roses, and that's the final acceptance of Sami saying that she really wants Ricky to be her mama. So it was touching. And that is more roses and butterflies. And Sammy's blankie. And writing. There's writing spots, book pages with, again, the butterflies and the roses. More Sami rose. And it's another little booklet with seeds and a little. And now this blanket. And finally the day where Captain James and Ricky get married. It's just a book page. And Sami is so happy. And she'll be blessed with 4 little brothers and sisters. And that's just a pocket. And that's just a glassine bag I made. And just more ephemera. Guest tag. Ticket. Another guest page. And more flowers. Little tuck. Blankie. Another little tuck spot. And just another pocket out of the blanket. And just some more ephemera. So that is my Ricky and Sami. And it comes in this. And it will be listed on my book. Or on my Etsy. Thank you for watching. My next couple books will be ephemera in honor of me, and I was so touched. She made Lori's Garden, which is breast cancer, and unfortunately I just found out I have 2 good friends that were just diagnosed with breast cancer, so I will be working on those 2 books next, and I'll show you them. And have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.